So one thing that I do with my team is, and we do this every single week, is called "Why doesn't this rank?" And basically, what we go through is why one of our client sites isn't ranking. And in this case, we're going to do this with you, Gordon. So you're saying for this keyword here, employee dishonesty insurance. I've never heard of that. That's really really interesting. Um, so you have a page for it, employee dishonesty coverage. What does it cover? But the main keyword here is employment dishonesty insurance. So what I always look at is, are we using the main keyword that you're trying to rank for? And actually, is this the main keyword that you're trying to rank for? So here, and I say, is this the one you should be going after? Employee dishonesty insurance coverage. Yeah, this one, there's 480 people searching that per month on average. And then we have 18 keyword difficulty, which I love to see, right? This should be a fairly easy keyword to rank for, but we're going to figure out why you're not ranking for it. So the first thing I always do is come to SEMrush, put in the keyword, and then on that keyword page, I scroll down here and I ask myself, do I need backlinks? Right? Do these people have backlinks? And is that why they're ranking, or is that part of the reason why they're ranking? And what I am seeing here, and I love to say this, is it doesn't really look like you need any or many backlinks to rank on page one. If that itself was the factor that was preventing you from ranking, you don't really need any. So I don't think that is the exact factor. What I look at here is referring domains. So we're looking at these guys here, insurancetrainingcenter.com. They have 6 referring domains, so 6 different websites are linking to them. The backlinks is always going to be higher than the referring domains because sometimes, a website links you more than once. We have hubinternational.com. They have 1 backlink and they're ranking number 2. These guys have 0 backlinks and they're ranking number 3. And what I like to see is that it doesn't really matter where this page AS, that's what the authority score, it doesn't really matter that it's higher in some cases. Like usually the person who's ranking number 1 will have a higher authority score on that page, meaning they have more backlinks, so they're getting more traffic. But in this case, like you're able to outrank them even with a 0 authority score and no backlinks. Or even just rank on page 1. This is a .gov, which yeah, .gov websites have a lot more credibility because you have to be, excuse me, the government to uh, buy those domains. So the information should be good, and that's a PDF. This PDF is ranking number 5. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, we can definitely rank for this. So let's take a look here at what you're doing on your page and see how many times you're using that keyword. We're just going to go here and we're going to look at we're just literally going to do Command F and we're going to see how many times you're using it. So you're using it 4 times. It's in the copy. It's not in any heading tags. Do you have it here? Employee dishonesty coverage. That's not insurance. Coverage. So you don't mention insurance in there. And so basically, you're saying employee dishonesty coverage. Now, one of the things that I always do is I'll come in here and search that other keyword because maybe that's a good opportunity too, right? And if you are ranking for that and you're getting a bunch of traffic, then maybe let's not change anything. So let's see here. You're not ranking for this keyword either, right? It looks like it's a lot of the same sites here. Am I seeing that PDF again? Yeah, I'm seeing that PDF again. So the same thing here. It doesn't look like you need that many links, and in that case, in a lot of cases, you don't need any links to rank on page 1. So why aren't you ranking? This keyword is slightly easier, but there's less volume. Let's just go after, actually, let's see. We'll go after the keyword that you're actually using on the page. So employee dishonesty coverage. Um, so you're using that keyword 7 times on the page. You were using it in your title tag, your meta description. Yep. You're using it in the URL. That's what I love to see. Uh, H1, your H1's there twice, which might not be an issue. I'm assuming this is there twice because one's mobile and one is desktop, different versions. Um, but it's exactly the same, so that's totally fine. What does commercial crime insurance cover? Cool, your heading tags are in sequential order. That's great. Cool. So there's nothing really to report there. in terms of this. Let's take a look at the keyword again and just look at the pages that are ranking because we want to look at like whoever these guys are, they're doing something that Google likes. And we want to be able to mimic that as much as possible. So let's scroll down here. So they have a table of contents, right? You can easily scroll down. That's good usability. Um, their content looks a little bit longer than yours. Let's see. Your keyword or your page is 1,200 words. These guys are 2,000 words. So maybe up your content a little bit. Um, so let's see how many times they're actually using this. So they're using it 23 times versus your 7 times, right? So they're using it a little bit more. And actually, a really cool tool that I created here. It makes this really easy. So we can actually just take these guys here, put in their website and the keyword that we're trying to go for, and we're gonna go here into content, and we're gonna see how many times they're using it. So it's saying that exact keyword, and if this tool is wrong, I'm gonna be pissed. But so it's saying 23 times on this page. Um, so is it grabbing that from anywhere else or sorry, possibly it's in your like on the mobile version. So it's saying that exact keyword there is 19 times, so it's slightly different. Let's see here, 19 times. Keyword density of 0.9%. Now I'm just going to open this again. We're going to do the exact same keyword and we're going to put in your site and we're going to figure out why it's not ranking here. So let's see. So their keyword density is it's still low. It's less than 1%, but it is higher than yours. So it's zero point 0.9 for them. They're using it 19 times. You are using it 7 times, right? So you need to up that amount. Their word count or your word count is 1,300, where theirs is 2,100. Now, you don't always need to write more than your competitors, but in this case, I would try to see if you can rank or if you can write about the same amount of keywords, like 2,000, 2,100 words, and just really look at the content that they're writing here. So, like, what are they talking? Let's get rid of this. So, what are they talking about? What is the coverage, and then versus commercial crime insurance? What does employee dishonesty coverage cover? So they're mentioning all this. They have this nice little infographic. Do you have anything like that? I see you have a video, which we'll talk about in a second, but yeah, you don't have any images. So like you could make
Yep.
something that's similar to this or in your own style, whatever it might be. And ChatGPT is really good at doing that. Like you can literally upload this and say, "Hey, I want to change this, 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 and this, make it in my style," all this kind of stuff. Um, and it'll spit that out for you. Yeah, so one thing that I'm also noticing is their content is really organized, right? And they even have this table of contents that you can click here, which adds the keyword several more times, right? Once
Hmm.
there, once there, once there, there, there. Um, they're also using it in obviously the title tag and meta description, but they're also using it in their heading one tag, heading two tag, heading two tag again, 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 and they're using just a variation employee dishonesty claims, which obviously makes sense to the topic. So, and they're using it in employee dishonesty coverage terms in a heading three tag. So, at bare minimum, I would use it in 4 heading 2 tags in some way, and then in at least 1 heading 3 tag, and just make sure you're using it slightly more on the page. The thing that you're doing better than these guys is that you have a video up here, which is really great. But oops, we need your consent to load the YouTube. Why is this coming up?
Uh, I was told that we had to have that for privacy reasons.
Who told you that?
Our web guy.
What the hell? I've literally never heard of that in my life.
Okay.
Um, I mean, look into it more, but we just embed videos, right? So I'm wondering if Google's not able to actually see that video on the page. Um, so it's great that you have a video. I'll put it in the content because this is an opportunity up here. Like when somebody comes to this page, look at how much space is being taken up by this video that they have to do like 2 or 3 clicks to even watch, right? When you come to these guys' page,
Yeah, the
what is
right.
employee? Yeah, it's like they have this image here, which isn't necessarily the best image, but it's a little bit more visually appealing than, you know,
And
this.
that's one of the things that we're talking about in a redraft is getting rid of this big header, getting rid of the size of the video, shrinking it down, making it part of a column rather than
Yeah,
taking up so much real estate at the top of the page.
100%. So, oh, this might be a heading one tag, and this might be a heading one tag here too. That's probably where it is. So, yeah, I would include this in your content just to break up the content as well. They have an infographic. They're using the word more times. They're using it in their heading tags. Um, I don't know if they're doing any internal or external linking. So that is an internal link to a glossary page. This is an internal link. Um, let's see here. That is an internal link. I just hover. If you guys are noticing, I'm just looking at the bottom left corner.
Mhm.
That tells me if it's on that same site or if it's an internal or external link. Um, so yeah, all of those have been internal, and these are all internal, anchored on the page. So one thing these guys aren't doing is external linking. So they're not linking to any sources, right? I imagine if there is some kind of employment dishonesty coverage, right? There's sources, right? Like, yeah, you have one right here. Commercial crime insurance is a thing, crime insurance. So one of the things that you're doing here that's not helping your other page is you're linking to commercial crime insurance here, and then you're linking to crime insurance. So this crime insurance is going to cyber insurance versus crime insurance on your website. This one is going to irmi.com, irmi.com, and that's an external link, but it's basically the same keyword, right? So you're telling Google, like, yeah, this website is about that keyword, and also I have something on my website, um, but it's just a little bit confusing. And
Mhm.
then here you're using that same keyword to link to another page on your site. So this one goes to the cyber insurance versus the other one. This one is crime insurance for hedge funds. So you're using these words to describe the same words to describe 2 different pages, actually 3 different pages. One of them is
Mhm.
external. Um, then this one goes to specific crime perils. That one might be fine. Let's see here. Type of business you're in. That one might be fine. So you are using an external link, which is great, but the way that you're linking to these things, to these other resources isn't ideal.
Mhm.
And you might be actually confusing Google. So, um, yeah. And if this is happening
So
on this
clean
page,
those things up.
yeah, I imagine this is probably like you're linking to this page and other pages using the words or employment dishonesty coverage or something similar. If you're using Yoast, and I think Rank Math does it as well, you'll be able to see what other pages are linking to this page. Just go through, make sure they're using the keyword exactly, employment dishonesty coverage, if you can,
Okay.
right? So why doesn't this page rank? I'm assuming not enough backlinks. Let's actually just look at the backlinks. Uh, come here. We'll go to domain overview. Let's see here, exact link. Um, so yeah, 0 backlinks. So I would get 2 or 3 backlinks to that page. And then I would also use the keyword more times. It would make your content a little bit longer. Add that infographic, put that video in the actual content from that YouTube video. Let's actually just see here. I would link back to this page. If you're not doing that, so you're linking to the book call page. I would link right here, like to learn more about this, visit our website and then link to that that piece of content.
Mhm.
Um, because that could really help people. Also, just like a YouTube tip, if you're trying to get people to take an action, put a link right at the top. And then, yeah, because you have all the links at the bottom. If people want to contact you, that's great. So yeah, put the video a bit lower in here, link to this blog post from the video. That should give you a backlink. It's not going to be necessarily a really great backlink, but it's a backlink nonetheless, and it shows Google that you are actually producing more content and not just having a website and BSing people. The other thing that I would do is you can make this column a little bit not as wide, a little bit
Yep.
narrower. Break it up. Your heading tags don't really look like heading tags. It's like I can see that it's like a slight blue, whereas this is black. It looks almost the same.
Yep.
Maybe choose a different font, a bigger font. Your title tag should also, or your title tag, your heading tag should be a little bit more bold and maybe bigger and shorter. This is really, really long. Also, there's a mistake in here, noticing G it.
Yeah.
This is better, but it's still, I would say, too small.
Yeah. And that's
Um,
going to be all addressed in the redraft.
Great. I love that. And that, yeah, that's a really easy change uh to make. So I like that you have this on your page. Let's see what these guys are doing. They actually do they not have an author? So having an author page will help you long term. What I would say is on this author page, you're linking to LinkedIn, YouTube, your phone number, and your email. Let's just see here. So these are all your blog posts. Maybe have like a custom sidebar or something. Also, this form is broken, the short code there. Um,
Huh.
have some kind of link to this, or sorry, a link to your social media profiles. And if you're guest posting anywhere, you can include links to that on this page as well,
Hmm.
so that if other people are referencing you, actually, you don't want to do that with all of them. Maybe like some of the bigger names, stuff like that. Like you might have seen me in X, Y, and Z, because this is where Google is grabbing that like expertise from, right? They want to see that you have all these other profiles you're posting on other platforms as well. Um, then you have this stuff at the bottom. I'm not sure if you necessarily need this, um, like in terms of SEO. If you need this for like legal purposes, that's fine. Um, I like that you have all of this stuff linked there. Do you have a Google business profile? You do. This is now I'm just talking about like other stuff. So um, in your Google business, when linking to your Google business profile from here, if you look at the bottom left corner, it's like Google/Maps and then whatever that link is. But you actually want to grab the CID link, which you can do with this plugin here. It usually pops up. I have to give it a second. It's called Plepper. Let's see. Is it not showing up? Why isn't it showing up? It always pops up when I don't want it to, and now when I want it to, it's not showing up. Great. Anyways, with that plugin, you are able to get your CID link, and I believe if you just actually right click here, you can do like Command F. Is this doing anything? CID, and we should be able to get a CID link in here somewhere. I never do it this way. I see my team do it that way. Um, but yeah, sorry, I don't know why this plugin's not popping up. It literally always does.
Hmm.
And you can't like make it pop up. Submit. Let's see. Anyways, you want to link to that with your CID link. That is part of why it might not rank. Well, not part. It's a possibility to help your Google Business Profile rank higher. Another thing is like answer these questions as questions in your Google Business Profile. Like there's Q&As, so you can ask your own question, or you can have other people ask questions, which might actually be better. Then you could answer those questions with like, we wrote more about this on our blog, but here's like the short form answer, right? Um, yeah, and that's pretty much it. Actually, last thing that I will say is this is from March 2022. I want to see how long it's going to take me to get there. So, yeah, it looks like you've been publishing pretty regularly, which is great, but let's say one click, page 10, I don't know how far back this is going to take me. That's 2024. This is 2022.
Yeah,
I can't even get to it. Can I?
I don't know.
Yeah, so did I read that wrong? That was 2022, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
2022. Oh, updated date 2025. Let's see here. 2025. Um, page 5. No, sorry. I forgot I could scroll up. I'm not seeing it.
It
Am I
still may
dumb?
be indexed back
March.
to
Oh, March.
22.
Yeah, it could be, but like I imagine if it was 2022, it would be showing at least that you did something in 2022. Um, it said March. Let's see. This might just be because I can't find it easily. Um, so you did a lot of stuff in February. Let's
Yeah,
see.
on WordPress, it still has the published date back to 2022.
Okay, so yeah, it's for some reason, and like that's another issue. Like Google can't even find that page, right? It's like actually buried. The farthest back it goes is 2024. I'm not sure why this pagination ends at 10, but that's an issue. The other thing that I would do is like right now you have 6 blog posts, which is this, it's all really great that you have all these thumbnails as well. Like that shows that you're actually doing the work, right? And creating good, unique content. So make sure that each of these paginated pages like put 25 or 50 instead of 6, right? Like if you go to my website, let's see here, heytony.ca blog, you can see like we just have a bunch of different ones because I don't want anything to be buried,
Hmm.
right? I think like I was trying something. I said like 100 of them or something like that. But I would do like maybe 25 to 50 because you don't want too much.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just don't bury stuff and make sure you're internal linking to it at least from 3 other pieces of content. Um, yeah, that's basically why it's not ranking. You're not using the keyword enough, not long enough, don't have backlinks. Content could be better.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yep. Good advice. Thanks.
Is
Hell
there
yeah.
a format that with like the length of the article with the number of words and how many times you should use the keyword?
Is there like a specific
Like
rule?
a ratio? Yeah, like a specific rule or anything?
I look at what it's different for every keyword and every website. Basically look at what the number one person is doing. Google's ranking them number one for a reason. If they have a keyword density of 1% or 1.1%, try to match that or try to do slightly better.